involves going shopping.
Yeah, creating items.
Oh, I never wrote down how much gold those rules have right now.
AC still 15?
Yep.
Is Bartholomew's AC still 16?
Yeah.
Where's my
I think it was
inventory?
17 actually.
There's my inventory. How much money do
16,
I have?
sorry.
Okay. So good. What was his actual rate?
Alright. 76 gold at present.
Yeah, it's still really sick.
Cool. That's really, it looks weird.
Yeah, given the opportunity to go shopping, Rills is going to buy a chain shirt and a
like,
rapier because of new weapon and armor proficiencies, respectively.
You could include like the shin bone. But,
Also, from now on, I'm
honestly,
going
it
to know
looks natural
Infernal.
enough. And you can see like the toes down here shaded. So
Makes sense.
I also have
just
an
noticed the
ability
toes
that I
on the other
hope
side.
will
I never
be
got that.
fun. Apparently, I can
Good, dude.
through whatever magical means or whatever. This is the forked tongue ability. I can understand and speak 2 languages, but I can't read or write them, and I can change them each adventuring day.
Whoa.
Right?
That's weird.
Yes.
Is one of them always common?
No. This is in addition to my regular languages.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You can't read them, but you can speak.
Can't read or write them, but can speak and
Sorry, I
understand
can't
them.
remember.
It's not. Guys,
He's got some short.
been fire
Short
the game.
Because he's got to have an extra wide DM screen.
Yeah, that's true. How dare you need more camera space?
This way, when we hit
I
Lotto,
rolled the big D20. A 3.
when we hit Lotto, we all do this all the time.
Yep.
Professional cameras and lighting and sound. Great. We'll hire a guy so Calvin doesn't have to do this.
Higher production
Okay,
room.
hear me out.
Some teenager who's
We could
An intern. Paid intern.
an intern.
Wait
There's a
Wait a minute, we could get one of those from the college. I mean, not actually that.
Wait.
One from the college.
No, wait. Consider this. We pay ourselves to do the sound production value. Well, we say it is professional. It's just like down at the Cheese Festival, where every now and again, the audio just fucks up horrendously for no fucking reason. Providing natural, but like just homebrewed comedy for everybody involved.
I will be.
Isn't that just running audio ever?
I will be
Yeah.
rejoining the crew for Where's the Big Cheese again, playing Bobby the Punk.
Well, you know, he's
you're gonna be one of the
he's
punks?
advanced.
Your role. Yeah, they're like, can you play a 22-year-old? I'm like, physically? I can make my voice down that way a little bit, but...
It's tough because like I'm trying to get back into work, and every time she asks for this, I was either in the past couple of years I've either been working that weekend for the hospital, and now I'm trying to specifically work weekends. So I was like, right.
Yeah.
But I'm getting another side gig on Saturday.
What?
So
We
we'll
are
see,
live.
Oh, we
how
are?
that goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody knew.
Sure.
I probably will end up picking up one time when it's like off season, just making $1 billion.
Right.
That is
Just
one of
gotta make
those
enough to get rent for
awkward
the next
things
couple
with
months.
Recap?
with doing
Are we ready?
local amateur theater though. Like people asking like, "Hey, can you do this thing?" Yeah, maybe. When is it? Oh, the one time when it's completely not an option at all. Let's do the thing.
Welcome back to Human Scene. Last time, your characters killed Professor Nikron. Well, one of them did.
That was me.
The other was the rest of you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes.
And you also found out that Nikron got his infernal runes from none other than Dimitri, a devil that is your patron.
Rill's patron.
Mills is definitely shitting her pants about that right now. Not thrilled.
Your familiar Raven was freaked the heck out because he was very angry when he told you to make sure that they did not find out that Lucky didn't know the name.
They didn't get information to the angels.
Bartholomew's sudden temporary familiar. Lucky the sheriff. But he left as soon as he heard the name from Nikron.
A fickle man, Lucky was.
So, but then it seemed like everything was okay. You went to the wedding. You were guests of honor.
Yeah.
Everybody gave you all sorts of thanks and stuff like that. You basically have saved the future of Redcoat by protecting their new princess.
Big damn heroes.
Big heroes.
Our big fish story.
You're all big fish now.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Am I missing out on anything else that seemed pertinent? Oh, you hid in the basement for a while.
You spend a lot of time in the basement staking out the murdering time. Just to clarify, for anyone who did not see last episode, Reels did the murdering. Everybody else just wanted to question him.
Actually, as far as what Rills actually wanted, I'm sure Rills only wanted to question him. Well, didn't want to murder him the way she wound up having to murder him.
Yeah.
It also probably
was hoping for everything to be mutually beneficial for everyone and not messy and nasty.
It also probably took everyone a little bit by surprise that Professor Nikron's just a normal guy.
Yep.
He didn't have a lot of hit points. He wasn't special or outstanding in any way. As far as you could
normal
see.
guy. All right.
As far as you could see.
As far as everyone except for Drogon could
Except
see,
for Drogon.
Drogon felt a power,
Arcane
some sort of magic.
A disturbance of the force.
Yeah.
Yes.
As if one really evil dude was being a douche.
Yes, other things of note is that Nikron fully expected you to come. In fact, he was kind of disturbed that you weren't sooner.
Yeah, he was waiting. He said.
I'm gonna write that in my book of grudges.
Then after the seemingly successful murder,
And the wedding.
And the covering up of said murder.
Right,
Murder-
bodies disposed
Totally
of.
disposed of
Yep.
that body.
You guys
burned the
cleaned that
body.
place up nice.
You cleaned it up nice. Yep, a murder, then a wedding, and now
like you do.
everyone
You were getting ready to
is
depart
getting ready
on the
to-
train,
The train is finally repaired.
and Lord Dunstan and a group of police officers escort a familiar gnome artificer with her arm in a sling.
Screw that artificer too.
She has come up and accused you of murdering her boss, Professor Nightcrow.
She's identified you. She fingered it. She
Yeah.
did the good old noir.
And she pointed at
Them.
all four of you. And also had a nice cry and produced physical evidence, which is one of your pins, which I believe Drogon figured out that was, or somebody figured it out.
Somebody said it. I don't know.
I was
It might
like,
have been.
I checked for mine.
Yeah.
We all have ours.
Yeah, we all have ours.
Somebody was
And
like.
the only
said
one
it was-
missing would have been.
Fuzzies.
I may have cussed and said.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did.
right.
That's right.
And there was blood on it.
Yeah.
There is blood on it.
Yeah, that boys, they pinned us to the murder.
Oh my god! Do I shoot you? I liked that!
I'm gonna let this one go.
Oh,
Maybe.
Here we go!
No, maybe not. Sorry, rules are rules. Oh, misfire.
Too many misfires over here.
Ah! I need a new Nerf gun.
He broke the Nerf guns with
I
that.
think that
I'm
dart's
shooting
bad.
you anyway. You think it's the dart?
Some of the darts.
No, I
Never
used
mind.
the same dart.
They work
I think
just
it's the
fine on that
gun.
one.
Sometimes
I'm
it
putting
just
that
doesn't
gun in the
pull
thing.
it. Anyhow, all right, right. Focus.
I feel like
So,
I was setting that up, but I wasn't.
all right. So
You're an innocent bystander in all of this.
So there you are, all standing on the kind of the platform for getting all of your stuff onto the train and everything. You're kind of mid boarding yourselves as well as the passengers and everything like that when this happens.
And so the first thing I want to ask for is a deception check. And this is for you to keep your cool during this
Surprise, attack, so to speak.
accusation.
Like the look on your face when this happens, kind of deal. Okay, 13 for Yolan.
That's
Right,
not
it's
a dry
coming
erase.
out. It's either a 20 or a 1.
It's not 20 again.
What is wrong with
It is.
frickin-
It is. I'm looking at it.
What is
21.
wrong with Drogon? Why is
Cool
he
as
so
a
broken?
cucumber?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What was the skill check?
Deception check.
Deception. 21. All right. So what is it total?
21.
Cooler than a
21.
cucumber.
21.
Of both of you.
Jar some
Well,
pickles over
mine's
here.
adjusted though. He rolled better than I.
Yeah.
Living up to the name
did you
Stone
roll?
Brow.
I am
Yeah.
like, you know that Key and
You
Peele
said that's
skit
a
where
blessed
like the
name
guy's
for you,
just
right?
sweating.
The one that will live
I have
on
a
forever as an
seven.
animated GIF.
7 and a 13 over here. 21's over here.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna,
like
I'm gonna
Adjusted
say
versus only
I'm gonna allow their
I get a plus
ridiculous
one. I have a
scores
plus 5.
to adjust yours. 13. Above average. It's good. There is some clear concern on Yeoman's face.
There's some
because
concern over there, and we're just like balderdash nonsense. No, no.
You as a
You could play it off as
your inner good is going. What the? The next thing I'd like you to do is make a perception check.
You want to give me another one randomly?
Deception.
Oh.
Oh
What's
God,
going
what
on?
is this? What is this?
Nope.
listen, we all know what's happening.
12 isn't. That's not terrible.
but-
Not good, but not
13.
13,
9.
12,
Okay.
9.
Not as good.
Come on. Morning.
10?
10.
Have you ever considered rolling a nat 20?
None
Have
of you
I
think...
considered?
None of you think to-
13, right?
13.
It's all I dream about.
I think I'm gonna give you a moment. You do notice a subtle movement from Lord Quinn. Very subtle. What that means, you're not sure. It may be signaling.
Signaling us?
Yes.
Could,
How detailed was your report about what happened with Nightcrawler to Lord Quinn? Have you given it to him yet?
remember I gave it to, what's his
Alistair.
nuts?
You gave it to
Alistair.
He
Alistair.
hadn't given
You
it
gave
to him
Lord
until
Alistair was supposed to give it to
after
him this morning.
Yeah.
And whether he's read it or not.
Let's find out whether he's gotten it or not.
Oh, interesting. You put all the dice in here.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Sorry, everyone.
Darn, these things have little tabs on them. Skirts are useful for dumping things into. There you go. I'll sort these out.
So I'm gonna say 10 and up. He's read it. 10 and under. He hasn't.
All right,
Oh God,
50,
it's
50
good old
chance.
Tucker chances. Let's go!
16.
Yeah!
Okay, he has read it.
He has
See,
read
that
it.
is hard
He
to do.
is aware of what was going on. He may be prepared for this.
I'm going to use insight then to try to decipher. Did he just signal us?
Go for it.
17.
Okay, absolutely. And in
What
fact,
was the signal?
he is. The signal is basically, I'm gonna make this okay, one way or another.
Visible relaxation.
Right.
Your butt cheeks unclench slightly.
Dunstan says, sabotage.
Calling all y'all?
He's pointing directly. We wanted to do a little kids
I have it right here. It says Beastie Boys plays in background.
Yeah.
Nice.
He points directly at Lord Quinn.
Yeah.
He says that loudly.
How does Quinn respond?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Okay.
sorry. You left me having to say the part about targeting Quinn, so my brain just couldn't switch. I beg your pardon. How is what sabotage? I don't even know how to defend myself, and the accusation is so unheard of, and I'm so confused.
At this moment, Raven turns to dust. You see,
Ma'am, I don't feel so.
Oh, Peter Parker.
It's always too soon.
You feel your powers of magic draining from your body, Rills.
Roll a d20. You just have to not roll a 1.
Yeah. Roll a charisma check.
I can't even look over in this direction.
I've rolled a 15.
Thank God.
You feel the other plane, you know which one, pulling at your body.
You know what you do.
I don't feel so good.
If you go to Swoon, like, Coleman comes, you see, our lies have given her the vapors.
Beautiful.
Give me a persuasion check.
Color drains
shut
from
up from
Rilson's
now on.
body, and then she whispers to the other members of the party, "Don't say anything without a lawyer present."
Gentleman's 20.
Nice. All right.
You seem genuine to you. Dunstan and the cops that are behind, you're really coming across well.
What exactly are you accusing me of?
Assassination. I'm accusing you of assassination of Virgil Nycron in order to disrupt the production of our personal engines.
That is a very bold claim. So, what happened? Wait. What happened to Professor Nikon? He.
Yeah, and
Do you want me to roll a deception on that? Because he knows technically.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
What are you claiming happened to Professor Nycron?
Oh, very convincing.
See, there's
Very
a plus
convincing
to that as well because
Oh.
he is a
Savvy.
he is a political figure.
Yeah.
He knows how to
Oh
do
yeah,
this.
there's a lot of charisma
So-
behind him.
It is a lot of charisma, and it is a nat 20, and it does seem very convincing to Dunstan, right? But
They
they
already made that claim.
they can go back and
True.
forth like it's like this is that's good, but it's not.
Yeah,
super
yeah,
great.
it's not gonna necessarily.
He kind of holds
stop
back and he
anything.
pauses for a second, and he just goes. I don't remember names. Hold on. What's her name?
No, that's not
Gesundheit.
it.
Mrs. Crime.
Mrs. Crime.
Mrs. Crime. What's Mrs. Crime's name? I'm trying to remember.
You put it in the previous section. Hold on.
The character has a name?
She does.
Yeah.
What, Rosine Shortheart?
She had a
Rosine,
Steve
yeah,
Rosine
there it is. Thank you.
Shortheart.
Where did you put it?
Uh,
Weird. Okay.
Mrs. Shortheart, please describe to them the scene that you saw.
Oh, I see, I don't often slack off, but I'd fallen asleep, you see, and I was woken by a horrible noise, and I could see through the window of their office, not their office, of Professor Nightcrown's office. I could see, I saw all four of them standing and murdering Lord Nightcrown, not Lord Nightcrown, Professor Nightcrown.
Is
Too many
she-
lords.
She's actually like
Bawling.
There's
Just like,
tears coming
it was
down.
horrible. I was so scared I just hid. Oh.
Insight on her? Sure.
I mean, what exactly do you want insight about?
I mean, was she actually there when we missed her? Or is she is she guessing right?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Go ahead, you
good.
can roll some insight.
10. Don't know.
I rolled this
Yeah.
just in case. I didn't know if you wanted it to be contested or not.
Yeah, you're not even sure. It's a convincing upsetness. The one thing you all know is that you have disposed of the body, and they are talking about it as if they've seen a body.
And she said that she saw all four of us murdering. There was not 4 people murdering.
Ha!
There was
Yeah,
blood.
there was
She wants
just
to
blood.
get. I assume she just wants to get Saul in trouble.
Well, of course.
Oh,
So yeah, Dunstan just goes, see? I officially accuse Lord Quinn with a declaration of grievance for the assassination of Professor Virgil Nycron.
where's this body of the supposedly dead professor?
Aye, how did we do it? If you've seen it.
I would like to request that these 4 people who are accused and myself all go with you for this declaration. Let us handle this grievance at the king's table, and we shall sort this out with his official eye, because they ask a valid question.
The body is in pieces in his office. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's a horrible, horrible sight.
Rose pulls out a hanky to pretend cry, and underneath it she's laughing like, these dumbasses.
Rolls, give me another charisma saving throw.
Sure.
Like the Key and Peele levels of sweat.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately increased the entire time. Like every time, like
11.
some damning piece of evidence comes out, even though it's not true.
You are just barely holding on to this plane. You guys actually see little tuft of fire go up and go out on her shoulder.
Shit. This might be bad for you, girl.
Faint.
Oh dear!
These vile accusations have upset her delicate constitution. I request that I be able to bring her someplace cooler and get her a drink.
Performance check.
Oh yeah, it's for both of you.
Yeah.
One for the speech, one for the fainting.
Come on,
Roll
roll
better
better.
shit. Yay, 21.
Hey, nice.
Oh.
What's your plus for that? Because you're not a very
Five.
fast.
No, I am. I have a +2 for performance. I don't have any negatives.
So
This is a one-shot character. I rolled him very well.
that I think it mostly goes well, since that was such a high roll. Even though you're low roll, you're right in the center.
I kind of just was like trying to shield her to help.
Yeah.
No idea what you're thinking.
I will have this is Dunstan. I will have these men arrested for murder, and you will join me in the I forgot the name of the province for the king. In the king's presence, while we sort this
It's in
declaration.
Remember?
Wait. Oh, there's a we went.
There's like little embassies of the king.
Okay.
At the embassy.
How many cops are there?
Hmm?
How many cops are there?
There's
At
like
least half a dozen, if not more.
yeah.
There's like a.
There's
he brought a
probably
lot.
like 12 cops. Here's the thing. Your
You're never
character.
big enough.
Yeah, but the thing is that you will have to murder innocent police
Yeah,
officers
you would
in
actually
order
have to. You'd be
get
on the
out of
run.
this.
It's an option.
It is an
It
option.
is an option.
Quinn is like just like again he's sending signals directly to you. It's like
His demeanor is still that he will make sure that you're okay somehow.
Yeah.
It will be
Yeah.
all right.
have him
Have him what?
have him signal say something to them about like
going musically and stuff like that.
he's oh well no I maybe this is better. Wait, Dunstan just being like either I can detain you all, including Lord Quinn, or you can go peacefully and into the jail cells. He's really upset.
Question.
Yeah.
How close to our own legal system is the
Not at
system
all.
here? Not at all.
Not at all.
Not
This
at
is a
all.
lord of a kingdom. Whatever he says is law.
He can
More
he
or
can make
less.
his
He is
own
the law.
rulings.
He's the
So
son
there's no
king.
there's no separation. There's no judicial
There
separation. There's-
absolutely are things like that, but he overrides over everything. So it's like there are people that act as his
If
like
it-
judgment for different things.
If it hits his radar and affects him personally, he will personally handle it as if it were some sort of attack to the kingdom, so to speak.
Then clearly he's got a conflict of interest. Is there a precedent for asking for a third?
That's what the grievance is.
That is exactly
That's
what
what the
this is,
Declaration of
actually.
Grievance is.
Yes. So there's an embassy in each and every, like the biggest city in each region has a king's embassy where there's a king's table where somebody who isn't the king,
Who
but
has the
like,
authority of the king
the king's authority is there as a third party
To make-
arbitrate.
to arbitrate for major troubles between the different provinces.
And they also have they're usually quite close to the train station because they use the wire system to send messages directly to the king as well. So there's somewhat quick communication back and forth with like the telegraph stuff, like on the train. So the king can be very quickly apprised of a situation and all that stuff. Are you You're not gonna let them
I am letting them talk
state their
and
case
say
here,
anything they
or...
want. They haven't specific. What would you like
So
to do?
he was asking for
This
to see the body. They're saying they've seen.
He said he's seen the body. I've seen the body. It's horrific. Do what you
Chopped
will.
up, would you? The hens are good, but they're not good enough for that.
I counter accuse this one of murdering Fuzzy Hobbs.
You're pointing at, of course, Brambleheart. What's her name? Yeah,
Shortheart?
Shortheart.
Resign.
Rosine Shortheart.
Mr. Crimes.
Where did that text go?
I don't know. It was right there.
It was. It was her name. Hold on. I'm gonna put it here.
The only evidence you've brought forth to us here was one of Quinn's seals with blood on it. If we had been the ones involved in the murder, we've got our seals right here. And further, you yourself have seen that there were 5 of us, one of which is not present.
Oh, that's preposterous.
I mean, you totally did kill one of our friends and then pose as him to steal the ruby.
Where's your proof?
Wait. No. On that,
Oh.
she says that we have a thing for this.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I'm gonna be her for a minute.
Oh, okay.
She's like, steal the ruby.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. I forgot about
Oh, that thing?
that thing.
Why would we steal the ruby?
It was ours. We were going to get it. It was for us.
Which was so very confusing when he came up and bragged to us about it at the dinner.
This is preposterous. What are you talking about?
That doesn't make any sense. They're speaking nonsense.
Sometimes the truth is really weird, bro.
Give me a persuasion check.
9.
Come on, Bard.
Seduce somebody.
Kiss him.
Wait. 11. Sorry.
Oh,
not
there
9.
we go.
Okay, so maybe a little bit more bard than usual. Okay.
Nothing's pretty good. Oh gosh.
This doesn't make any sense to me, what you're saying. Look, I am extremely appreciative to the 4 of you for what you did for my daughter-in-law. However, this cannot be excused. And how do I know that you helping wasn't just a cover for sabotaging my kingdom?
Because we gave you the ruby back?
Which you're accusing Lord Nykron of stealing?
What benefit would we have of looking like idiots for bringing the ruby almost here and then losing it at your doorstep?
Well, as of this moment, I'm not sure that the ruby was truly stolen.
Okay. Well, again.
Did you have it the whole time? And he looks right at Quinn.
Absurd. Sir, please kindly think before you speak.
What are you gonna do next? Accuse us of putting the curse on poor Ulu there? Goodness, what do you think we are? Something out of a legend? We're just 4 folk.
He's like suddenly like concerned like that has happened. Actually, I want all of you to give me a check. Let's do a final thing. Tell me this is gonna be, I'm gonna just straight up tell you. This is gonna be a DC. There's been a lot that's happened. Tell me how you feel about this. We'll do a DC 18.
DC 18.
And if the majority can pass, then he will stay and listen to you and you guys won't go to prison.
I've definitely put my foot in my mouth as Mark Bartholomew by saying something I shouldn't have, so I'm willing to do anything that gets me the fuck out of trouble.
DC 18. This could be.
What are we doing?
I think they should get to choose.
Yeah.
So long as they can justify it.
Yeah. If you can justify how you're making this roll, I'm
Insight. I'm looking for insight.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing for Mark. He's too much of an idiot to not realize that sometimes lying is the better thing to do. So he's just kind of like, listen, I'm gonna tell you, Jesus Christ.
Nat 20.
Oh,
okay.
beautiful.
Let's go.
What's this one?
I rolled a 9.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I had 26
9 on the
total.
dice anyway.
Nice.
Okay. What stat are you using?
I was gonna use persuasion because he's just
Well,
been trying
what's
to
your
tell the
plus
truth.
for that?
4.
You're
so 13 total.
How much?
13.
So,
13? Okay.
you two. What do you want to use for
Can
this?
I use history to
Mm.
give the pertinent facts that would help and leave out the ones that would hurt?
Fantastic. Let's do it.
Interesting.
Good lord, good lord.
It's only 14.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
That's
Rolls.
I
we're
would-
at a halfway point.
We
at
are
the
right in
moment.
the middle, yeah. Depending how well Rills rolls shifts everything.
Rills has been sticking to a strategy of not saying a goddamn thing, so I would like to argue for a stealth roll because I'm just trying to avoid this.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
you're
Let's
sort of
do it. That makes
half
sense.
fainted
I
at
love
this
it.
point. It makes sense. I love it.
I'm using my big D20.
Ooh.
It's not really relevant, I just want you to know. Ugh. It's
You
an
do
11.
have one you have 1 star on your
Oh.
dice from last session.
Give it to
There was
Rid.
some-
Give it to Rid. He rolls the highest most of the time. Come on, Rid.
It's- I'm either real high or real low.
But it's most of the time high. Come on, Rid.
One of you
Come on, I believe in
That would,
What'd you
wipe
roll
out-
before?
that would wipe
What?
out a good roll.
I have a
You want
plus
to wipe out a
5.
bad roll.
I'll have
Well,
plus
yeah,
five.
but
the
you-
lowest roll
Piece it.
currently was, what is your total?
Mine was an 11.
11.
Oh, shit.
Your
You-
lowest
you-
roll is
All
11.
So,
Well, I have
It's-
13.
13.
I-
Oh,
nine
okay.
Yeah,
So,
so
yeah, it's
Rills
Rills.
is
You
the
roll
lowest
pretty good.
roll.
you take it. Maybe, worst case scenario, it flattens out a bit more. I know he's looking for successes, but
How does a 17 sound?
Hey!
That is
Total?
total though.
On the
Total.
dice. Okay.
Total with
Beautiful.
plus the dice?
Yes,
All
that's
right.
everything.
Not
One
enough.
shy.
Oh, because it was
Oh,
an
oh,
18.
It's an
Shit.
18.
26, 13, 14, 17.
Well, give me another quick charisma save.
Yay!
This one's gonna be higher.
I just got this feeling.
Oh, it's this close to a nat 20, but it ran into the other die.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
It's an 11.
In your arms, fainted, Rills goes up in flames and disappears.
what the devil?
I mean, yeah.
Bravo, good sir. Bravo.
And at this, Dunstan is like, "What is happening here?" And Rosine goes,
Clearly, they're escaping!
"Arrest them!" And the police officers come and start to try to put you in shackles. Again, at this time, just out in the open, Quinn is just like,
This is unjust and paints a poor picture of my kingdom.
he's also going to reassure them.
Yeah, he says that, but he's also like, this will be handled.
I
And he like looks at all of you like and makes like serious eye. I'm not you. You're
I'm not there
gone.
anymore.
But
I would go willingly to the Lord's table and await judgment by an uninvolved third party. It's only fair.
So with that, you guys are, each of you, it's the three of you that are remaining, are put into shackles. And you are led away by these police officers
placed in a cell.
and placed in a cell in a prison.
Shall we cut to hell?
Yeah, I think so.
Just for a little bit here? Just for a little while. Okay, Scar, thank you.
Yeah.
Just got a 6-month in advance subscribe from Karskara.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for the tasty snacks. And the-
Wolf
Alright.
conflict with the devil already.
All right. Can I do the start? Can I open?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. You coalesce in a space you are used to.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here before.
Yeah.
What you haven't seen before is the petrifying true form of your patron.
Oh.
And he is large and looming and disgusting. And he, above all else, is angry.
Rills!
What the fuck?
You immediately are hit in the face with the corpse of Raven.
What the
How
fuck?
about it?
You have failed me.
Look, I cut that bastard's tongue out. He wasn't supposed to say nothing to nobody.
Failed my name from the Celestials.
Well, what are you doing giving humans friggin' infernal runes for?
I cast you out. And he leans back, and his foot comes out, and he kicks you square in the chest. And you just go flying in some direction.
Okay.
And as you're just kind of moving, you suddenly feel like spikes of razor blades basically hitting your back as you burst through a window of glass.
Okay.
And light from the room that you're in is gone. You see a wall kind of going away from you, and you are falling down at a tremendous speed as you see a building go up and away and another one behind you, and you are falling straight down through a city street.
Okay.
And you fall for a little bit longer than you want to.
And you fall.
Sure.
And land in the grossest garbage you have ever seen.
Cushioned. Your life has been saved by a massive pile of garbage.
Great.
The glass is raining down around you. The wind knocked out of you. When you finally do get the strength to kind of like lean up and get your bearings of where you are, you see a industrial hellscape, literally. This is a large city. Pillars of smoke, fire.
Literally trash everywhere.
Mhm.
Like, it looks like they do not take out the trash,
Sure.
so to speak. The streets are just filled with
The
garbage.
buildings are covered in soot.
Yeah.
Small cat.
Just a small,
small
creepy
cat.
looking cat.
He's
Just really- Sorry.
Teeth everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The smile is
many-
just like a
so
little
many
bit
teeth.
too big.
It is a vision of hell that you've never seen before.
You've always seen it depicted as, big flames and all
Right.
that stuff. And this is
As
more
you-
of a smoggy, ruddish, like, it's not
Yeah, there is a
bright
thick
red anyway.
green, horrible fog that smells bad rolling in. As you look into the distance, this city goes on for an eternity of fire stacks and buildings and garbage. As you're watching, there's a steamroller that comes through. It's like powered by this horrible steam engine with this giant big roller thing, and it's compressing the garbage down.
into the street. The street is literally made of this garbage.
And this is where you will start to begin
Your turn.
a certain amount of time. Would
Sure.
you please roll me?
Amount of time. Oh, that's right. A D6.
I think 2d6. Let's try that.
2d6. Ooh.
Okay. There's
Yeah, I know. We wanted to make sure 6 was a possibility.
as Rawls is pulling herself off of this pile of garbage, there's just this moment where her internal dialogue is going, on any other day, you'd expect that getting accused of murder would be like the worst part of your day possible. But here we are. In hell and going downwards. 5.
Oh, good.
I would have laughed so hard.
Rills, you spend the next 5 years in hell.
Amazing.
You are not having a good time. You are still technically corporally alive. Whereas everyone else you meet is not.
That is
We'll
gonna
go into
suck.
more detail. We'll revisit hell in a little while.
Okay.
I think, right? Like
Yeah.
that.
Do
you wanna do anything
Start
else?
thinking about how you want to spend your time.
Mhm.
This is a corporate nightmare, literally. There are.
Okay. Since I came up with it.
Yeah. Let's just
So,
give an idea so that you can think
Like-
about what you want to do.
after like being in the city for a while, you do notice there's like a kind of a pulse to it. There's like things that happen on a daily basis. One of the things that happens is all of the residents of hell, all the souls, get up. They go to their factory job where they, in a assembly line style fashion, torture each other. One will rip the fingernails off of another, then give the fingernails to the person there, and have something equally horrible happen to them. Down the line until they create these little boxes of suffering.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought of it.
And they all go home.
And then they all go home.
To rest for a little too short period of time to do it again the next
They
day.
do
Got
earn.
very serious, like Hellraiser Cenobite vibes to that.
There's
like,
just a manager that sits in front of them with their schedule. First you're going to close, and then you're going to open.
Yeah,
And then you're going to open.
There are devils that run various
There's
things.
devils constantly seeing over them, constantly demeaning and speaking poorly to all of the people. You know, the worst parts of a job are all there.
right.
And also, if you've ever heard of a company store, it's also sort of like that. It's like they're trapped.
That's an extra level.
They're never, they never earn enough to get out of the situation they're in, and they can barely afford to eat, and it's not fun.
So,
It's very difficult.
and you cannot get one of these jobs, fortunately or unfortunately. I don't
Right.
know. But think about how Rill spends
How do you
her
survive?
unfortunate time in hell. There might be some fortunate things that happen, but not right now. Not for the next 5 years.
Yeah. Think about those 5 years while we
If you can think
go
about
back
what
to-
she would do,
Mhm.
kind of people she would meet, things like that. Jail cell. I need one of you to roll 2d6s.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
or two of you each rolling a d6
That's
if you
right.
want
I'll
to
roll
split
one.
the responsibility.
I'll roll another. Maybe if I use one of your fireball ones, it will have some mercy.
I rolled a 5.
That's not
Interesting.
3.
Okay.
Good. This is 8 months that you guys end up spending in this jail cell.
You were expecting to be like brought out to give testimony or to talk or to something. That did not happen. You were all brought into a deeper portion of the prison, separated into separate cells, and have been mostly ignored. In a sense, like there's nobody like specifically trying to make your life hell or anything like that. No pun intended. Sorry. But you are there for 8 months, and this is where we would have liked to have ended last episode and then said you all level up. So this is where your level up is actually happening.
A little
It's
bit. Tell me
in
what
hell
your
and
not in hell yet.
Yeah.
You're not getting your level up just yet. In the story wise. But you guys, what do you spend your prison time doing?
Knuckle push-ups. Did you guys ever see Cape Fear?
Yeah.
When he's doing
Like-
the Nero's doing like all the prison workout.
The whole
I'm getting
prison.
tattooed and shit. I'm like, no.
You're turning into a slayer, essentially.
Getting ripped.
Yeah.
So you're just like covered in like dwarvish runes now, like kind of
Oh,
prison
that was
tattoos. That actually would be pretty bitchy.
Piercing somehow.
Yeah.
That's a grudging on your bed.
Dwarven.
You've got the knuckle. That's grudge. That's a grudging.
Grudging with an exclamation mark would fit.
It's got to be in dwarven runes.
Oh
though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
that's funny. Oh my god. All right.
Somehow in dwarven runes, it takes up exactly 5 characters, so
absolutely.
you can be written on the knuckles.
Absolutely. do you want that to be canon?
I love it.
Could you imagine getting a beat down from a monk that's fist like as they come in, like your adrenaline kicks in, time slow down, and you go, "That's a what?" Grudging. As your teeth are flying out of your head.
This flurry of blows with the grudgeon.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's amazing.
Bartholomew, what are you thinking?
So, like, I'm watching him just get insanely ripped, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. But, like, I'm doing, like, much worse. And I'm just, like,
But you do become proficient in the harmonica, though, during this time, right?
Oh my god.
Please tell me that.
like, somebody left one behind, I cleaned it up, and I've been playing. But that doesn't necessarily do my proficiencies. Like, I'm trying to mimic his workout to justify the little strength point I gave myself. And then I've been reading logic puzzles to like try and improve my wisdom. So that also went up. I have no negatives anymore.
That's cool.
Yeah, despite the being in prison from time to time, you are allowed to make requests and you get materials and things like that. And And through your time here, you start to realize that this is Ulu Lightswift making sure that you guys are taken care of despite your dire situation.
Oh.
When you need, you get great food, you get not treated poorly by the guards, and she makes sure that you guys are okay despite your situation.
Nice.
And you get that feeling that somebody, despite being here for way longer than you expected, somebody's fighting for you on the outside. Drogon, what are you up to?
Time's in a cell. Probably just finding random stuff all over the cell. But I need to make something.
I need to make something. Oh.
Just find random garbage. Just use it to like make little rudimentary tools and make just things.
Yeah.
You're supplying the prison population with shivs.
Oh my God.
You do what you gotta.
It's like
I'm a dwarf. My forge is crap, and so are the weapons.
There's a noticeable uptick in the quality of shivs in this prison.
shivs with like a little maker's mark on the bottom.
Let's say you get better at just working with what you find. Like in
improvisational
general, improvisational artificing
artificing
is just becoming your forte in some ways.
You just took a level at MacGyver.
Yeah, basically, you got a little MacGyver.
That should be a feat.
Just for
That
flavoring.
should be
That
a
It should be a feat.
Honestly.
What do you
Outside
got?
of the
A
cell,
used piece of gum and
Saying
some
it's,
string.
trapped in a little box for too long. To really go into the mobility feat, he spends as much time running and stretching out and all that as he can.
Cool.
Because when I get back on the box, I'm not going to be able to move that much.
What did you take?
The mobility feat.
Should make as much use out of your time
So
in
you're
the
like
yard as you can.
hardcoring in your jail cell a little bit, kind of. Or like, you know.
I'm a little guy, I got a little more space than everyone else.
Even though I get prison buff, it was all directed at dexterity.
Of course.
You got monk buff.
Of course, monk buff. Yeah.
It's the fighting fit.
Oh God! What?
Yeah, it's when you see a little guy and he just is, like able to move like Bruce Lee style, fit.
There's burst use muscles and then there's like fine motor control muscles.
Mhm.
And the fine motor control muscles are the ones that let us like really do fine handiworks. And then the other ones are the ones that get like they're not as beefy. They're the ones
Just
that
spending his
chimpanzees
time practicing his
have.
one-inch
Like a
punch.
chimp. They're like half our size. They can rip your arms off.
Yeah.
So he's got some of those. He's got extra of those now.
You Michael J. White.
After a handful of months pass, there's a new noise that you can hear from out in the streets.
Yeah.
The noise of an engine.
Oh no.
So from time to time, you hear what sounds like a steam vehicle drive by. And as time progresses, more of them are being used.
It's still not a very common thing. They're probably just for the incredibly rich, etc., and business type deals, but they're starting to come around. It's been, a handful of months.
You might be getting a feel for it.
The three of you give me history or perception checks.
History.
After that, we should go
15.
Okay.
15.
History or perception?
Yep, one of the eye.
Oh God, yeah. Sorry. So enraptured in the pun I just made.
You were. I was like, I'm
Were you
not going
telling
to
Bugs
shoot you.
quietly so we wouldn't shoot you?
Well-
I didn't even hear it over here.
I was
Okay.
making a joke.
Is that perception or history?
That was perception.
Okay.
What did you roll for, and which
between
one?
my desire
to shoot
Perception,
principal,
8.
but
I didn't
Oh.
think of it, so I suffered the psychic
At one
damage.
point, Yeoman, you hear some of the guards talking, and they're just going back and forth and being like, blah blah blah. It's not safe to go with the gnomes anymore. There's pirates. It's like, yeah, I heard it was really bad.
Gnomes and pirates?
It's not safe
Yeah.
to go with the gnomes anymore.
There's pirates.
It's pirates.
Huh.
And those are typically the guys who do airships, yeah?
They are.
That is true.
Sky pirates. Oh, hell yes. So cool.
Instantly connecting dots.
I know.
Um,
Instantly.
On the 8th month, when you still haven't heard anything about a trial or a questioning or anything, in the middle of the night, without saying a word to you, the guards begin to. Somebody comes down. Maybe you see them, maybe you don't. Doesn't matter.
You're used to the shifts that happen and where the guards are at any given time,
the
honestly.
guards don't replenish. They all leave. They are all gone. They're out of here, and the lights, the gas lights, all through the prison light up, even though it's the middle of the night. And walking down the aisle between the cells comes a very familiar figure. Tall,
cloak,
wearing a mask. Otto walks into the prison cell, pulls out from his sleeve a key. He goes, "I'm sorry it took so long, but I'm here to take you with me."
Oh, what a sight for sore eyes you are.
He begins unlocking all the cells for there in front of you guys. Please, there is not a lot of time.
How legitimate is this?
Completely unlegitimate.
Okay.
Completely unlegitimate. Actually.
That's the right communication for the time. I was very precise and efficient with his words.
Interesting.
And he, you start following him out of
It's
the
like,
prison.
but what are you gonna do? Say no? No thanks, I'll stay.
You guys start following him, and
I take
as
one of
you're-
my little garbage robots.
okay.
He kept me sane.
Oh no!
Prison will change a dwarf.
Is his name Wilson?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wilson!
Point.
Okay.
Stop touching the table.
You, on the way up the stairs, out of the little dungeon that you're in, you see other men carrying
Very large.
large potato sacks, kind of style bags, big duffel bags. On their shoulders, there are 3 of them, and these look like they've got the look of people who work for a point.
Should we make perception check?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Would there happen to be kidnapped people with these potato bags?
17.
I am
18.
rolling like
Oh yeah.
absolute dog shit.
Should we enact the idea we had earlier for Tucker? Just Tucker.
Excuse me?
What is that one?
You know, the thing.
Oh no,
no, not yet?
no.
Okay. Later. What? Don't worry, you'll like it.
I don't know.
Don't worry, you'll like it.
The DMs whisper. No, don't worry about it. No, it's gonna be fine.
Every time you roll below a 10, you take 1d6 seconds. So how many character sheets should I come with for that?
No, not the character. You.
Okay, so
You said you rolled an 8?
yeah.
No.
You're not really sure what is going on here, but you guys immediately realize these are 2 of the bags seem to contain dwarves, and one of them contains a humanish shaped figure, very similar to Bartholomew.
In size, yeah.
And it's pretty obvious that these are your replacements in the cell.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Tucker!
Did Lord Quinn come up with this idea?
You don't know. You don't see anything?
No time. You don't know.
You don't get to think about this.
I don't think in general, I guess.
No, they're not.
I don't know. Is there bad folk in the bags?
I assure you, they will deserve to be here.
Okay. I don't want some poor bloke to give me time.
Absolutely. The Lord would not do that to anyone.
You might.
He just gives a little.
Otto's like, that is
true.
You are not incorrect.
Yeah, he says that absolutely.
Yeah.
You are not incorrect. And you can't come up the stairs. The entire top floor of the prison is cleared of any guards or watchmen or anything. And you walk freely through that building and out the front door, where there is a Ravensteed carriage waiting for you. And Otto opens the door and head out to go inside.
I'll get in.
Oh, I gotta kill
Kill the bot.
Bot.
Channel bot. Person
Bots.
advertising viewers. We have the best viewers.
They always have the goofiest
I have
messages
viewers
too.
on a shelf for you. How about I bring them?
and you start to it's clearly you're making your way towards the station. Otto's sitting there with you in the carriage. Not yet.
No. Okay.
Nope. I got it. Trust me.
All right.
So you're in the carriage with him. Anything you want to say or do, or
So, what's been happening?
Lord Quinn has spoken on your behalf with the king. We worked out an arrangement, which is unfortunately that you've been made responsible for the death of Professor Nikon.
Okay.
But that is a ruse. The reality is that the king has need of your services. He was deeply impressed by your work here at Redcoat.
Oh.
And for all intents and purposes, secretly, you are now Knights of the Realm.
I like the sound of that.
However, Quinn wishes for me to inform you that he's still under the impression that you are in his house, and he will take care of you as such.
Oh, of course, I take his word over most.
Yeah, I mean, he's helped us this far.
Are we technically on the papers dead?
No. You'll be serving your... years.
Wait, Quinn doesn't know
Aye.
about this?
Quinn,
The arrangement?
he does. Okay.
I,
He has arranged it.
we will be, but what are we? Still us, or
Yes, that shouldn't be a problem.
okay?
Yeah, I don't have to change my name or anything.
I mean,
Right.
you replaced us in the prison. I assumed that they were going to be the Nomark and Yolman and Drogon.
Yes, until they are forgotten about, yes.
Jeez.
That's government for you, I guess.
I kind of thought I had a little bit more faith in the system than that.
I mean, it's always just people stabbing people.
In this case, the system has been deliberately failed. This is to save face with Lord Dunstan and to acquire your services as quickly as possible. We actually have need of you this moment. And the Ravensteed carriage pulls up to the station. And here at the station is Lord Quinn's yacht. If you will quickly board, we must be on our way.
Sure.
Yeah, so you get on to the...
Wait,
anything else?
As soon as he had started, you're going to be Knights of the Realm. I just take my shirt off and take a rag and I start wiping away all the painted on runes. Except for my knuckles. Those are real.
That's real.
Oh, I can't wait to smell an actual forge again.
I can't wait to not smell you.
Actually,
Oh my.
We all need a shower, not just you.
This is why I had to make the little.
Actually, once you are all cleaned up and properly rested, Drogon, I could use your assistance in my workshop.
Oh, excellent.
And the train starts up and heads off down the tracks. And then we'll switch back to Rose. In the other place.
So, Rills, with her background as a charlatan and all the years that she has spent being a spy, immediately tries to seek out the seediest underbelly that this hellscape has to offer and start criming and screwing people over.
Nice.
With a very specific goal of acquiring the things necessary, the material components, to cast Find Familiar, so she can get Raven back.
Aw.
Okay.
You would actually probably, like, he did throw part of Raven on you, so you even would have
Parts of the body,
parts of
technically, that
Raven
came out of
if
the
you
window.
kept them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
even have like something. That
I just
you-
know
A
that
connector
that
kind
spell
of.
actually calls for certain things or whatever,
Yeah.
but
Unfortunately, even though you have those material components, there is no magical power left in any bone in your body.
Just not,
That all came from your patron,
mhm.
and it is not being supplied in any way, shape, or form. You do end up collecting those things, but this is probably the most miserable time of your life. It is unpleasant and unfun, and you find yourself in the middle of a particular scam that you can tell is going poorly. It's not going to work out as well as you'd like. When let's say you've managed to kind of like hide away in an apartment that's been abandoned.
Okay.
That's where
Yeah,
you stay.
sure. Doing the squatter thing.
There's a knock at your door.
Who is it?
Oh, I need a voice for this guy.
Think about this, because you're probably gonna have to keep doing the voice.
Yeah. You had a
I
voice
know,
for
I
this guy.
did.
I don't know what you just did is not it.
him, no.
That's like really not it.
Do a Zorlin voice. I fucking dare you.
I love the thought of like Rills asks like, who is it? And then Devil behind the door is like, oh shit, I need a voice.
Oh, wait, well, I sound like-
through the door.
It is almost similar to that, but much cooler.
Much
He
cooler.
is like, I'm absolutely certain you want to let me in.
I mean, whatever. Things can't get any worse. Come on in. It ain't even locked.
And suddenly you're kind of looking at the door, and the door knob starts to frost over as it turns.
Like the little like that like kind of like spider webby thing that
Sure.
that frost does.
Oh, well, look at that. Hell freezes over.
Oh, it's quite cool. And this inside to this guy, stepping into the room is a blue tinted skin devil.
Sure.
Tall and slender.
Yeah, a perfect suit.
Immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing black shades,
Okay.
like the like Ray-Bans basically,
All right. Right.
with red glowing eyes underneath.
Nice.
Uh,
Ooh, for my own, like, being able to picture this, how long has this been now that Rills has been here in hell, scraping by
this is the 5
and
years.
hating?
Well,
okay, this is
this-
like after 5 years.
4
ish.
or 5 years.
Okay, so this is
Up to
like,
five.
Is it at 5?
so this is like towards the end of the time in hell. Okay, I just wanted to be able to.
You don't know how long it's going to be for her at the moment. She has no idea.
I'm just trying to picture like how broken down is Rills at this point.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Rills, correct?
that's what they call me.
I have been looking for you for quite a while here. I'm happy to finally have tracked you down.
Well, I don't know who you are, and I'm not sure if I should be scared or not. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. I am. You can call me Meth.
meth.
Hands out a frosty little hand.
And it's
Blarg.
cold
Pleasure.
to the touch.
You are so funny, Tucker. That face.
So cool.
Or was she charmed? I'm sure.
Look, I'm looking for you specifically because I thought perhaps you had some personal beef with a particular devil.
Boy, if you's talking about Dimitri, let's get to it.
Fantastic. I would like to suggest that you sign a contract with my boss, Asmodeus,
Okay.
to become, let's just say, under our employment, and we can get sending you back to the surface. Of course, this will require some quite difficult training on your part.
Listen, I've been living in hell for the last 5 years, eating cockroaches and rats. So yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. And he just like this
I
like
just imagine that hell has been, bad.
it's been real bad.
Just real not a good time.
He whips out this parchment from his jacket, and and you see like these ice shards come off of it, and he pops it down onto whatever like garbage table is in your apartment.
It's actually like emitting like a plume of like cold, not smoke, but like it's so intensely
It's
cold
hot down
compared
here,
to the heat.
And he is so
that
cool.
Sure
It
thing.
is just there's like vapor just oozing all around you, like it's like
No need to read the details. Just
Oh, I wasn't gonna anyway. And she like grabs like a piece of glass or something and just like cuts her hand. I'm assuming the standard sign and blood thing applies. She's
What?
already cut herself
Yeah, she's
open
ready to
because she's
go.
in hell. She knows how this shit goes, and she's dipping a quill in there. Charles Ray.
It's probably how you buy a cheeseburger down there.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta sell
Fantastic.
your soul for a burger.
welcome to the right side of hell. And he shakes it up, puts it back in here, and snaps his fingers, and the both of you disappear from here. The next, let's say, year, you spend training with Meth.
Okay.
He is teaching you.
Is it spider?
no, it's a creepy Pete. Oh god.
It's not even.
I'm assuming if I were to ask how many legs, the answer is too many.
Oh yeah.
Too many? It's one of those?
Yeah.
Got you.
Oh, I hate that. It was small. Which is why I didn't just full on like scream and throw my chair. But I was like,
So you were talking about horrible hellscape.
Oh, heard you talk about my hometown.
God.
Those things clearly do come directly
Oh,
from
my
hell.
God. Oh, I'm sweating now.
We need a break, maybe?
Take a break.
Hold on, we're almost there.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
This is my house.
There's nowhere to run.
Now you know a little bit of how real is felt.
Yeah.
So you do spend the next
Oh my god.
year
Sure.
training and learning these arcane arts of hell. Instead of this time being just gifted
Mm-hmm.
these magical abilities, you are learning how to become a Hell Knight.
Badass.
And he has basically been showing you through this whole process, explaining to you that we will send you back up to the surface because we believe that's where he's gone.
He's gone into hiding.
All right, well, let's nail his ass.
Fantastic. Let's go to break. Sound good?
See?
All right. We'll be
Also,
back very
just
shortly.
real quick, you were 5 years before you met him and just spent another year.
6 years.
You did
that on purpose, didn't
I saw what you did. Good job. Yeah, good job.
I mean, when an opportunity like that presents itself. 6 years.
Every tragic, horrible thing that happens to a Sunday nighter is always in the numeral 6 years.
We're trying to. Every campaign that we do, we'll have somebody.
Have something
Suffer
take
for
care
6 years.
Yeah.
Something needs to suffer for 6 years. It's just the way it is. All right. Okay.
Why does this
We'll
feel
be back.
like
Okay,
deja vu?
Internet.
Guess who's back?
So,
Back again.
you guys are spending the night on the yacht while it is going. Finally, once again, you are hearing those sounds that you have lived with for so long. Putting
I've
you
been without.
right
so long.
to sleep is the rhythmic train on the tracks. It is just like being home again.
I missed you so much, Ducky.
Is it like our usual cabins? Like, is it the same?
No, this
You
is
are
the yacht.
You're on Lord Quinn's
Lord
yacht.
Quinn's
right
yacht. He's not aboard.
Otto is there, taking care of all of the functions, which he normally does for Lord Quinn anyway.
And he's also running the train. Yeah, so you guys are sleeping through the night while the train is moving. And it is like the best sleep you've had in forever.
Yeah.
For the last.
Since before the whole thing in Red Coat.
Yeah.
It's like the old days.
Bartholomew.
Ah, shit.
You hear the lapping of water on a warm beach.
And I'm looking to the right. I see the same glass. I see everybody else. And I'm just like,
You know the time that I was totally calling for you and you didn't answer?
And the
The big bikini-clad waitress comes up. She's like, "Here you go, hun." Just like normal, perfectly normal dream
and then
woman.
suddenly
Oh, thank God.
the
She freezes.
she stops. The entire ocean turns to a sheet of ice.
Oh.
And through her skin, you see rippling out is a black suit. And her whole shape changes until there is a blue-skinned devil standing in front of you with a smile on his face that's a little bit too wide, black sunglasses. He goes, Max Bellamy.
What? We're in.
This is a little disturbing getup you got here.
No, honestly, look, alright, allow me to
Open him out
explain.
on this.
There have been some very weird dream sequences with the last patron, I assume. Maybe that was the relationship.
Look, that's all wonderful. I am, I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to need to use your body as a little portal.
Come again.
Actually, you don't really have a say in it. Sorry about this.
I mean,
And then-
I'm used to that.
You wake up. You wake up. Your stomach is burning.
Oh, the frijoles.
Your skin is hot. Little steam and fire starts kind of like bursting off of you.
And
In bed. And then the searing pain starts.
like,
Wait, oh God, no. Like,
All of the cells in your body are rebelling, like they're trying to get away from each other.
in fact, they actually are.
As
please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Please, could you not?
Please don't do that.
Please don't.
Yeah, like I don't know, like there's like some weird like rippling and dividing in the skin.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
As you start, like your hands, you're just noticing are separating.
Wait, stop that. No, I need those.
That's an appropriate reaction.
You are basically bifurcating into a second individual. As
You do notice that, like, the hands that are peeling off of your hands are a little bit smaller, a little daintier.
as Rills rips herself out of your body into your cabin.
Wearing exactly what you were wearing.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
What? Yeah. What are you? What did you actually? What you take from hell? What do you?
Yeah.
What? Describe your appearance.
Sucker's just finally processed what's happened.
I just reproduced by meiosis. Apparently he knows that word.
Rills is wearing all black. You can see underneath part of her garments that she's wearing some chainmail now these days. She's got some leather boots on. She looks a little bit older than the last time you saw her. She's got a scar on one of her cheeks, and her hair is incredibly close cropped, as if she's just growing it back after having been shaved completely bald.
so are you like 20s to 30s right now? Or like from early 20s to late 20s? How old are you?
I'm not sure how old I said that Rolls was in the
Didn't
first place.
age at a day.
No,
In hell.
still the scar and the hair thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Time has passed for you, but
Your
not your.
eyes look older, if that makes sense. Like your expression has matured. Interesting. Okay.
Ours,
Who
yeah.
are you, dude?
Because like I know it looks like Rills.
Yeah,
was
that's
human.
true. Yeah, that's fair.
It's still me. I've been through some shit. How long's it been for you?
Like, and I count on my fingers really quick. Months?
It's been a few years for me.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it's been hell, pun intended.
Dude. Like, okay. Like, what happened?
Dimitri killed Raven, cut me loose, kicked me out a window into a pile of trash. I defend for myself. I've been eating cockroaches and rats, and I just made a deal with some blue-skinned sumbitch.
Oh, no. You too, dude?
Yeah, it's like that. Hey, plus side, I'm gonna get some revenge on Dimitri.
I mean, you know, when I didn't see the DMV anymore, I totally thought this was done.
Oh no, you ain't never done with them fucks. Or at least they ain't never done with us.
Alright. Okay, so what now? I mean, glad to see you, dude, but like, I mean, you do realize that.
What?
Like, you have...
Are-
No.
Oh, no.
Reals never died. They've actually maintained being human.
Oh, I
the
thought you were a
whole time.
No.
No.
Hell Knight is a status.
Actually, yeah, just really quickly for the stream, can you explain, because this is a non-D&D
So,
like edition.
Yeah,
right?
so this,
use
I've
that.
respec'd my character into a character class called the Ill Rigger. The concept is basically that they're almost an anti-paladin, a Hell Knight. Rills was previously a fiend patron warlock, so it's still sort of in the same
In the same vein.
in the
Everyone's
same
calling for you to
vein
be
as that.
nerfed for that.
For the hell, no pun intended.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
Worth it. Worth it. I regret nothing. It's published by MCDM Productions. It was a class that was originally created for a player who in their stream, The Chain of Acheron, and it actually has it was inspired by an old D&D thing that was again intended to be an anti-paladin. So it's sort of a tanky spellcaster. Long and the short of it.
Okay,
With
so...
hellish ties.
I mean,
Yes, with hellish ties.
Like, how do you want to handle this? Like, do you want to just go wake everybody up and tell everybody you're back, or maybe just wait for breakfast?
Let's wait for breakfast.
Okay, I guess this is probably the first time you've had a bed in a while, so I guess you can crash there. Well,
Oh, thank
yeah.
fuck.
I've never been slept on piles of like trash.
Yeah, training has been harsh and unpleasant.
Oh, that's true
Yeah.
too.
Also, but
Last
yeah.
year was easier,
Right.
right?
Relatively.
Like, you had people in your corner finally, in a
Yeah.
sense. People. In your corner. But, yeah.
You were in people's corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a corner, and you know, you didn't have to protect it as hard. So, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to go outside and just take, like, a smoke. And just deal with the fact that I just accidentally reproduced by meiosis.
Yeah. You head out onto the railing around the engine.
Yeah,
no
like
problem. And yeah, there's definitely enough room to just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
Watch the countryside go by.
And I'm just kind of, like, thinking about that dude, and, just kind of like, not again. Like, I didn't even sign anything this time.
You don't have to sign anything anymore.
No, I
Just
didn't.
once.
Roll an insight check if you want to
Yeah.
find out more about what just actually happened. Like, if you're really thinking about it. We really need to hurry up
Nat
and
20.
do this.
Oh,
Oh, really?
really?
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, I've dealt with the devil once before.
Yeah, that's true. I
Whomst
think,
among us hasn't said that about a random nat 20? Oh,
I think
now.
on that roll,
Sure.
you can pipe in with anything you
Yeah.
want to. But I think with that, you realize, oh, my own tie to hell through the DMV and through this contract with Sam that you had, in some way actually connected you to hell. And even possibly your multiple visits to the DMV may have even strengthened that path. And it seems like
The path isn't
that-
even necessarily that's a part of you.
yeah.
Am I accidentally a Constantine right now?
No.
That's awesome
That-
because
well-
like,
A little bit.
It's anything within your
Little
own
bit.
power in any kind of way like that?
You made the contract.
You
and
did
that
make
has
the contract.
kept the pathway open.
And
Okay.
and you could even, I mean, you don't know this for sure, but you could probably like, you could potentially ask Sam about this to see. They may even have known. This might have been like it might have been like asking you to take a car out for a spin,
Oh.
right? Like who knows how they deal with stuff down there? You'd have to ask.
Also, this
You
is
I'm an enterprise car for hell.
Someday you're just gonna throw up a whole Balrog.
Oh my god.
Thanks, no tip. Thanks, Mark.
It's like bad indigestion. A whole ball run comes out.
You do know that the demons, the devils that you're working for, they are the ones responsible for the DMV. They are responsible for the processing of souls. They are
The balancing of hell.
they are the government of hell. Unlike Dimitri, who it turns out is a bit of a rogue agent. Right? So at least you guys are starting to realize that you're
on the same side.
on the
Sort of.
right side of the wrong side.
And as I spoke and finished, well, I'm just like, I don't know, we're getting ready for another sleep yet. I'll be
Awesome.
signing some sort of legislation after this.
All right. Morning comes around with no detriment. Bartholomew, you don't get any more sleep. You've had a rough night.
Maybe you made breakfast for everybody.
Yeah.
I could see Mark Valerie doing that.
Yeah.
We opened the one shot with you cooking. Actually,
Great.
Mark
Yeah,
Valerie
you know,
was cooking.
I've got like a modified chef hat to accommodate my horns. For like Keith the cook on my I don't know. Keith the cook. It's just it's a stupid weed thing. But like I'm like flipping pancakes. They're bacon pancakes.
Oh yeah.
Bacon pancakes. Put it in a pancake.
So yeah, you wake up. You wake up. You are
Some
headed in.
bacon.
Yeah.
And brimstone.
You guys are chilling out here in the kitchen area. Pancakes are being made, and just as you're kind of like getting awake, maybe you're starting to pour some coffee. You haven't really had a time for conversation. You're focused on the pancakes. Reels, you walk into the kitchen.
So besides the smell of the bacon pancakes being cooked up, you guys will also notice an odor of herbs and incense, which are the material components that I just looked up of the Find Familiar spell. So Rose, before going to greet everyone, would have brought Raven back.
Oh.
Fantastic.
It's on the other table.
What?
The hell?
Yeah.
That's too evil.
No.
Too easy.
No.
What are you doing here?
Well, funny story. And Rills relates the last 6 some odd years from her perspective of time of what she's been going through, the hellish ordeal, living on the streets, doing what she had to do to survive, making a new and different deal with a different devil.
Neither of you read the contract either.
You did.
You did
Once.
before.
I thought the deal was rescinded, but
What?
they just pieced out on me.
After 5 years, Rolls would have signed anything.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And now I'm here.
So, still working with devils.
Yeah, how the fuck else was I supposed to get out of hell? Different devils? Slightly more trustworthy ones? Yeah, look, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth too, alright?
What about Harold?
So, flashback to you and Meth after a long day of training. And he just is like, we can get him back. Your husband?
Really?
I do believe we can. Once Dimitri's taken care of, his little war will be over. I can almost completely guarantee we can get him back.
Then flashback to the present. Rose is like, well, once I take care of that rat bastard Dimitri, my new handler Meph says that we can get Harold back from that war.
Well, I'm certainly on board with killing that guy.
Right? I figure that's something we can all agree on.
He's part of the reason all that happened to us.
Yeah, great. It's a fucking devil, man. How are we supposed to kill a devil?
I love the silence.
Holy medals or something, I don't know.
I mean,
Find an angel with a gun.
A what?
Good answer. Find an angel
there are
with a gun.
Guns, they're just big and clunky and air compressed power. Yeah.
Oh,
We'll pour some holy water down his throat or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Great. Well,
I got quite a grudge in on him.
it's also not something we're totally gonna solve today. So, gotta leave that question in the air, maybe?
yeah, and if you haven't figured it out, since we're on his lordship's yacht, we're back in his employ. Sort of. And I feel reels in on working as a knight for the king. And again, when we come to the crux of the problem, you seem to have potential other patrons to consider as we go through our business. How the blue pack are we supposed to work for the king?
How oddly specific of you. First of all, I didn't know anybody in heck would be blue.
Yeah.
But, listen, we're just gonna handle it as best as we can. And the great thing is, at least this time, we're both on, like, the same know-how. There's no real, like, double dipping, per se.
It's still. Look what happened the last time.
Oh no, that's
We spent 8 months in prison. You considerably worse. I'll give you that. The next time this blue fella tells you what to do and doesn't go with what the king says for us to do, you just gotta go up and kill somebody right in front of us.
Listen, we don't know what's going to go down like that this time.
You're working for agents of evil.
Listen, I'm just happy to be back on the material plane eating pancakes right now.
And the pancakes are done and passed out.
And
You know how much better this tastes than fried crispy rat? So much better.
I mean, did you ever try rotisserie?
I do.
It doesn't matter how you cook a rat from hell. It
Well,
still
that's
tastes like
fair,
shit.
yeah. They don't eat very well down there, I assume.
Otto
Good rat
enters into the room. The train is still running and moving. And he walks in and he's like, oh, the fourth one is back.
Interesting.
Interesting. Good.
See, now that was the sort of reaction I was hoping for.
Nonchalant and back to business.
I know any luck with Fuzzy after all these months.
Unfortunately, no. No luck in bringing him back to a state of consciousness. However, I have been able to interface with him from time to time and share an environment where we can converse.
How is he? Is he doing all right?
He is fuzzy.
Fuzzy, Fuzzy.
Don't know.
It's not a pun.
I didn't like it.
Causes the same type of psychic damage, but it's not a pun.
yeah.
Broken, when you have a moment, when you finish your meal, I would like to see you in my shop. And he just turns around and walks out.
He comes back really quickly,
Oh.
takes a pancake, nods awkwardly, and
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, Hook the man up with some pancakes. Thanks for busting us out of prison, dude. Make sure he gets more than one.
I'm just saying, from previous interactions, we've never once seen Otto consume food or beverage of any sort ever. Rolls was trying to butter him up one time, and she tried to bribe him with food, and I was reminded by the DM that we have never once seen him consume food or beverage. Or take off his mask.
I wonder if one is because of the other.
After completing meal, which I imagine Jordan kind of scarfs at that point, goes to meet Otto.
So in the workshop, he's like, here, look at these plans that I have been working on. He folds out this thing, and pulls up this small canister. It's highly compressed hydrogen gas. I'm trying to build a portable balloon pack. So that if you were to fall, let us say, a great distance, you would be not dead.
That'd be preferred. Let's see, what have we got?
And you start to get to work on assembling and looking at his things and making improvements together and producing. He's now kind of a little concerned because he's going to need to produce an extra one of these than he had expected. But with your MacGyver skills that you have acquired, you don't have any problem
Finding all the parts needed.
scraps and things like that. And he's very impressed, just like, I didn't expect to use that in that way. I've never seen that done before.
Normally you wouldn't.
You say, well, like duct taping some wire together. You're right.
That's why we're going to take this and this to reinforce it.
Use this dwarf army knife.
Is there like a little bit of an extra like mad glint in your eye as you do that? Is
Probably.
That, like... Okay.
Because everything was like very neat and orderly and like, this is how you do things before. But now he's like, I know how to do things with stuff I shouldn't.
The inventor has gone just a little bit crazy.
Just a little bit.
For flavor.
Perhaps he's a mad engineer now.
From time to time, pull out the little robot. Good idea.
Good idea. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Still talking to the little robot. Amazing. Love that.
So you guys spend a week traveling on the rail.
It's a long ride. You spend a lot of the time on the rail, and then
There's some, reconnects and movers of very different cities, and it appears like you are headed towards the kind of the halfling territory. But then the train comes to a stop. Also, I think you probably would have asked at some point in the journey, and Otto just says, I'll show you when you get there. I have some things I want you to see with your own eyes and get your immediate response. And the train stops right in the middle of a rail, and he hops out. We're gonna do this. It's midday. Looks like he's kind of timed it to be here, and he's like, "If you will follow me, it's a little ways into the woods here." And so you kind of been a trek through the forest.
he does usher you to move quickly because having a stopped car on the rails, even though he knows exactly when the next train is coming, there's still scheduling has to be mindful. You go
must
off.
be a new branch of wind stations.
You go off into the woods.
And-
Walk for a while.
Yeah, there's a bit of a hike, but finally, as you're kind of like approaching a certain spot, you notice the trees off in the distance are broken in spots, and as you kind of get a little bit closer, you see what looks like like dirt pushed up in areas. There's debris everywhere. And looks like there's a spot where it came through and broke some trees. And this is what has resulted. Is this pile of stuff. It's like, this is the crash site. could I ask you to examine it?
Alright, let's see here. And for the record, since I had the homunculus thing, I'm actually going to have moved the core into the little robot, so it's not just a little
Oh,
thing.
yes.
It's actually the new homunculus.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
It's a little
Junk
animated
homunculus.
living little boy.
Okay.
It's just a little guy.
And I'm just going to have it do the help action with me.
Cool.
Aw.
Does it have a name?
Kilokio.
Jimothy.
Jimothy!
Jimothy!
Nice.
And
Yes.
I RP'd with someone whose character's name was Jimothy, and they cried all the time. And they were the whiniest
Oh
person.
my god,
So my brain just exploded.
Oh, was that in
Yeah,
the
that
VR
was
thing,
in
right?
the VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Jim.
Jimothy.
God. Were they cringe?
No,
It was their
their
character
was this.
Oh,
supposed to be. They
They're-
were like
It's not that the person was whiny.
No,
the
the person
character
was
was.
great.
Yeah,
They
okay.
were really
the
good.
character was like
Alright.
spoiled and
Okay.
then thrown out into the
That's
wasteland.
funny.
Like
Rolls also now reunited with Raven. We'll have Raven give her the help action as well while we're doing investigation.
Let's see if Raven has any trauma from being killed.
oh, it happens all the time.
Left her ranting and raving.
So,
Oh, that's a grudge.
That's a grudge.
That's a grudging!
God.
I gotta reload off the
I feel like Raven, probably much like Rills, is just happy to be back here and not in hell anymore.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well, even though that's where Raven is from, I still imagine that hell is just so unpleasant that not being there is a step up.
I think Raven is very happy that she doesn't have to report back to Dimitri anymore. That's
Dimitri,
for sure.
it is well observed by everyone. Just sucks.
So, can we tell what this crashed here?
Yeah, give me a
give some
perception, investigation.
some, you know.
Investigation.
Do an investigation.
17 for investigation.
Nice.
Great.
I have an
And
18.
right back to schedule. We've got a 5.
Fantastic.
18,
21.
18.
21.
Nice.
What'd you get?
18.
18. Okay, great. Mark, you don't know what this mess of stuff is. You are seeing wood, leather. It's a bone.
I mean, like, yeah, I know what was happening
What
because
those are.
everybody told me, and I'm just like, shit.
Um,
Now this is leather.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
Dude.
Oh wow.
And this is bone. And I hate to break it. It comes from dead creatures.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Wait, how large is the boat?
the chicken this entire time.
okay. You two. You
Yes.
are seeing something was ramshackled together.
What did you roll, Chris?
You rolled like a 21.
21.
He's
Ah,
gonna
okay. So
he's
you
gonna
rolled
have
higher.
a separate
Okay.
and
All right.
better version
He
of
gets
what
a
we're
better
about
Something
to
has
get,
been
I'm assuming.
ramshackled together. It definitely fell out of the sky.
It looks more like a cart. Like it doesn't.
Is this the type of thing that, looking at it now, we're surprised that it was able to be in the sky?
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Like, what?
Like, hey Drogan, look, I ain't no expert or nothing, but this don't look like it should really be able to be up there and stay up there. Am I crazy about that, or?
No, I've worked with garbage for a little bit now. I don't quite understand how this particular garbage was put together to do that.
Golden, as you hear them talking about garbage and this being up in the air and things like that, and you're kind of looking around, you suddenly get the feeling like, if this was in the sky, what was powering it? Where's the engine? And you look around, and you see absolutely none.
No engine.
Ah, he's happened upon it.
Oh, it's auto. By the way,
Okay, now
that's
you're
auto.
Right, got it.
Bloody hell, you're right.
Meanwhile, I'm just standing there with the cross-eyed penguin from Madagascar, just like,
You're off on the side like, wonder what we should have for lunch.
You haven't been outside in nature like this in like 8 months, also. So you could totally just be enjoying the fact that you're not in a cell right now and you just forgot that you're on a job. You know, like you don't have to be cross-eyed.
Is there
I don't know. This is fucking visual.
is there anything else that you might discover here? What I'm hoping to realize is its method of repulsion.
Leather. What?
So actually, you still got that 21.
Yeah.
Looking through here.
Could have been a big balloon or.
You find a small leather pouch that had some other mechanisms and things attached to it. But this doesn't look like an engine.
I don't pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call everyone over to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you got there?
I have
The
no
Arcana?
freaking idea.
Okay.
That's fair.
Have the homunculus kind of like carefully shift tiny thing because it itself is tiny, so it could like turn things over and find the little pieces to like really show off.
Okay.
Perfection.
It ain't in that 20, but it's good.
23.
Yeah, little homunculus.
Okay. You find that there is nothing magical about this little thing. But of anything here, this looks like the most structural, crafted thing of everything.
Well crafted.
Garbage. Forged.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Yeah. Maybe not forged,
Well,
but
crafted.
assembled.
But like,
Yeah.
meaningful.
Yeah.
Haphazard intentional.
There we
Better.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not clear how this could be some kind of propulsion mechanism. Is certainly not functional now, but this might be some source of something.
Well, it's all mundane, but I'm thinking there's a chance that it might have something to do with what you found here.
And Otto's kind of looking at it and he's like, I don't see how that could possibly propel anything.
Unfortunately, right now I'm not sure how either, but I've got a feeling.
I see. Well, this is a downed pirate ship. And this is obviously to be kept a secret. It would mean devastation to the continuing gnomish community. They have been accosted by sky lizards.
Sky lizards.
Lizard men.
Who are also pirates.
Yes.
Fun.
We don't have any means to catch them. Their ships are significantly faster than any of our zeppelins. Any of the gnomish zeppelins. Even with the new engines.
New engines.
Yes. Unfortunately, they have also developed personal steam engines. The same size as Microns.
You know how those other engines were powered, don't you?
We do. However, the majority of society does not. Quinn does not currently have any method to deal with it. That will be a matter for another time. For the moment, the king has requested a group of individuals, such as yourself, capable of dealing with situations outside of the norm, to investigate and stop these pirates. Is there anything else here that you will need to take a look at, or should we get back to the train?
I would like to look for any obvious signs of damage. Cannonball hits, things like that.
Great.
What might have brought this thing down?
I'll ask Otto. Yeah, as he's doing that, have any of the gnomes actually shut down one of these ships before?
No, I do not believe so. They are incredibly quick.
So we should really examine this stuff, take it with us.
If there's something you need to bring with you, you are welcome to.
14 investigation.
Okay. You're not finding any kind of cannonball damage or anything like that. Looks like this thing just fell out of the sky. Broke into a billion pieces here. You are starting to get a rough idea of the shape of this thing. There was some sort of like roundy bits, big leathery kind of wings coming out the sides.
I'd like to look for any signs of a survivor having departed the scene of this crash site here and what direction
Like
they might have gone.
footsteps
Yeah.
or something like that. Interesting.
And can we say that Raven is helping me? Alright. More investigation! Let's count. That's not in. 11.
Okay, you're finding some dried blood, but you're not using anything specific.
Alright.
Doesn't seem to go off in any direction that you can see, at least.
Yeah. He sees you, Otto sees you looking at it and just is like, we didn't locate any survivors. I don't know if they came and picked up the body or what.
Alright, so it goes.
You guys want to do anything else?
I mean, we can't. We can't. He fails, so we'll check. You know.
Yeah, I know. You don't like. I don't like dogpiling checks either. It feels cheap.
If you can come up with like some other thing to do, you're more than welcome.
If I was a crushed pirate, I'll use my wisdom to imagine where I might have gone. Insight?
Go, sure.
It's at least a different check. Yeah.
17?
Okay. Since there is a spot of blood and no blood going anywhere, your kind of instinct is telling you somebody picked him up.
Somebody probably died here.
Yeah. And didn't want the body to be found, or wanted to give them a proper funeral or something like that. You know that there's more than one of these chips, and that
You can also tell that it wasn't like dragged off by wild animals or something like that.
Yeah.
It's intentionally.
the body is
removed.
gone. You're probably not gonna find it if you do a search.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the feeling you get.
At least there's not a pirate hiding out around here.
But if somebody did come to pick him up, they might have taken whatever they needed to get this thing to run.
If they had time. How long ago did this crash, Otto?
This was a week and a half ago.
Was there a pursuit going on?
No, unfortunately, we cannot pursue them. They are unbelievably quick.
You're right. They could have lollygagged around and picked up everything of value, except for this one little leather pouchy thing.
Examining that pouch, coming from the mentality of what could this thing house to power it? What kind of potential like power source or mechanism to run it?
Yeah.
Can I do another kind of check to
Arcana check?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
It does represent if there was something with a particular shape, it would hold some shape. I don't know if that helps you at all. I feel like everything.
That is a 20 with all the fixins.
Whoa!
Absolutely
All the fixins.
Homemade 20
nothing
with
you can
all
think
fixins.
of would power this thing.
Or fit like that would fit into this pouch.
No obvious recess.
Yes.
Is there a red fish on it anywhere?
It is
Salmon, maybe.
This is kind of like you could tell that Otto has been here before. He's examined all this stuff, and the real reason that you guys have been brought in is nobody understands how these things move through the air, and it is not apparent by looking at this in any sense of your imagination what might power this. It is a definite mystery. So something outside of your realm of expertise.
I'm gonna grab the pouch and bring it with us. Because if we find another one of these crafts or whatever, I could at least do some comparisons or something.
Fantastic. You grab it.
Way back, I was actually talking about like everything that's happening in the sky.
So, yeah, as you're making your way back out of the woods, back towards the train, Otto is just kind of filling you in. He's like, there's been a number of pirate activities. They've been hitting almost every a major zeppelin moving through the air around Sky City. It's been an extreme detriment to the gnomes. In particular, they have been hitting up a luxury liner pretty much every time it goes out into the air. They do hit cargo ships, they hit many other things, and they steal as much as they can carry away on their little flying ships. So, I have arranged parlay with the various gnomish entrepreneurs and ship owners, and if you would like passage, we can acquire it. But I would like you to take some time to formulate a plan for figuring out what is going on here and stopping the pirates. But I can get you access to the city and to ships. And to identities or other things that you might need. Just let me know. I assume you can see the importance of the devices we've been working on, Trump.
Absolutely. I'll have to redouble my efforts on figuring that out.
Otto, when the pirates attack, they must board their victim ships, aye?
Correct.
And they're lizard folk. Can you tell me anything about the way they operate when they board? Do they leave survivors? Are they bloodthirsty? Are they taking them for meals? Or
the descriptions have been erratic.
They do leave survivors, though.
They do absolutely leave survivors.
Their interest
They
seems to
are
be in the material.
stealing things and upsetting passengers.
With long speeches.
Yes, they seem to talk a lot.
Do the zeppelins follow certain routes?
Yes, they do. And they do get hit on those routes.
They've tried changing them up.
They
Right.
Yeah, you can talk as Otto too. That's
Okay,
fine.
I'm like,
Yeah, we're
this is logical here.
So it sounds like they've got
Are
somebody
you
on the
passing
inside.
puns in class? I can see you cannot.
Are
look
you
on your
writing the
face.
puns down now?
What have you done, Tucker?
Yeah.
I'm just trusting Chris's judgment on this.
If that
He
was
seems
his
to be in
reaction,
a lot of pain.
Dang it.
all right, you gotta say it now.
Alright, sorry.
It's No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky?
And
Then,
Yup, you deserved these darts.
I build a poorly assembled shack by the ocean to lure the pirates in. Surely they can't resist a sea shanty.
Oh, I'm shooting you twice. Good gravy.
Talking to thieves, though, huh? That seems unusual.
Back to business.
I'm sure that ask if you want to start
Would you like to start towards a dock where we could board a ship? Well, you could board a ship. I will not be going with you.
you say a warship?
Aboard.
a ship.
To board a ship. Yeah, we might as well start heading that way, right?
Never much had sky legs, but I guess I better get them.
How many of those balloon things did you guys make? 4. Oh, that's useful.
That's a very convenient
Good.
number.
The jail cell MacGyver skills came in handy. Coming up with that 4th one.
Otto, maybe in the meantime, while we're taking action, you can find out is there gold being spent someplace else. Check in the fences for transmission of stolen goods.
Oh, I misheard. I heard chicken offenses, and I'm like,
Yes.
why are we
chicken
offended?
offenses.
Chicken? What?
Poultry-based
Chicken
crimes.
There's this man with white hair. He calls himself a colonel.
Oh my god! I want that to be canon.
We're ready to
Criminal mastermind. Always wears a white suit.
we're prepared to rebel borders, and all you hear from the sky is several roosters descend upon us.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Derailed,
He is
sorry.
like, absolutely, I can look into it. I will inform Lord Quinn. He has better connections about where money is going to and from. I am just his engineer. Is there anything that you might require? besides the balloon packs on your trip?
Think. Yeah, I mean, I'm at a loss. I'm bored.
Well, there's something. DM says you can have thought about it in hindsight if there's something that, because you've got more time than we have in the story for you to come up with it. So if you're out there on the ship, I give you one free.
Kind of like that one shot with Trombley.
One free.
Oh yeah,
backflash
to think
to
back.
what you
Oh,
need.
Yeah,
think back, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Word.
What was it? What is it called?
I just called it a
Flashback.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one free flashback. All of you.
Okay.
I'm resisting the urge because Rolls has been so far away from the comforts of home. So we're gonna need fancy pastries, some champagne. You know?
Sounds like Rills is gonna be pushing for going on that
As
the
Rills
cruise
Says
version.
that he's like, oh, it is a luxury liner that I could get you aboard.
Or there's also like a standard transport.
I was making a joke, but now I am not.
Oh my god.
Otto, I appreciate your ability to never take a joke for always taking jokes at face value instead of appreciating the humor in them.
You are welcome.
Again, thank you. You hear that, Raven? We eating bonbons.
Yay, man.
I love Raven. Raven is great.
All right, so you guys back on the train. You are heading along over to the to a large halfling city where there is a dock for zeppelins.
Which is a sky city. Is sky city or is this a ground city?
This is a ground city.
Yes.
You are going to be transferred up to the Gnomish Sky City, which is a kind of interwoven connection of not zeppelins but hydrogen.
Floating. It's a floating city.
Yeah.
Through technology and steampunk badassery.
Mm-hmm.
And perfect technology.
Well, yes, sure.
Otto, how is his lordship faring? We didn't cause him too much distress, did we?
No, this was not anything different than what he's used to. He is quite capable under dire circumstances.
Does he still like us?
Absolutely, he recommended you highly to the king.
His lordship's always treated me right.
He apologized. He asked me to apologize for him in how long it took to get you out. But he felt this was the best way to keep his name safe and could continue the power of the realm and to protect the kingdom in general. He felt he would get you out at the right time. Again, he extends his apologies.
Do you know if Miss Ulu is aware of our escape?
I do not believe she was informed.
She leads a breakout to get our clones out of there.
Our body doubles are going to be eating good. I wouldn't be that
right.
sad.
I forgot about that.
I imagine Lord Duncan going down there one day. These are not them. You've captured their stunt doubles. And there's just like basically somebody who looks like me but with like taped on like goat horns or something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was really funny. I love it.
Absolutely.
You said there's like a week before we'll be doing this mission.
Just a bit of time to travel. Yeah.
At some point, Rolls is going to compose a very carefully worded letter to Lord Quinn.
Okay.
Without going into any of the specifics in case the letter was at any time intercepted or read by other eyes, but apologizing for the inconvenience of the actions that she took.
Otto
And rededicating herself to his service.
Yeah, Otto helps you with this, and he does a forward for you to Quinn on the
Like an
telegraph
introduction
system.
note, kind of.
Yeah, there's a big typewriter thing that goes over the network.
Yeah.
And so you were able to sit down and type out on.
Yeah, he gives you access to Lord Quinn's
Right.
Yeah.
room for that.
And he sends a nice letter back.
Okay.
It's short, but it is understand.
Yeah.
And wishing you well on your future endeavors.
Right.
And he's actually he seems really pleased to have you aboard this team.
Mm-hmm.
And you are also knighted in that. You are considered
times 2. Hell night.
Yeah, you are all considered knights of the realm. This Otto also starts showing you some of the stuff that he has. He has pins from all the lords.
Ooh.
That you are not allowed to talk to anybody about. You can act as working for the gnomish province.
He hands you
if
all
want.
those pins if you ask for them.
In
Like
case
he offers
of
them
emergency.
to you.
Yeah.
Slash pin
including documentation. Also, if you want to act as under a different name and
False
personality,
identities.
he has forging equipment and can forge for you.
You could probably help with that, I'm assuming.
Oh,
You still do
yeah.
that?
No, Rolls is proficient with forging documents.
Going forward,
Charlotte did background.
Otto is your cue for your secret missions.
Nice.
We need a car. It can be a submarine.
But also fly.
What about like a really funky van from like the 70s? Maybe we could like hook you up
Need
with
a
a talking
watch that is a
dog.
radio, but also a laser device.
We
I
could
know.
paint on the side of the van a really generic scene of modern life.
Yes.
Since we're already in the fantasy world.
Right.
Family sitting around a television.
Yeah.
Dad is a
TV
pipe.
dinners.
It's a Norman Rockwell.
Oh my god, yes.
What are you doing? We're just playing another rousing game of suburbs and offices.
Do you want?
Plan time?
Yeah. Do you want to go aboard this luxury liner?
Oh,
do you
yeah.
want
Do you-
something else
Do you
inside
want
mind?
to have a do you want to plan anything so that you can like prepare?
All right,
Like,
so
what's
like
your
we want to go.
approach?
I mean, it's a little unclear to me how we could operate as ourselves. Anyway, even if we.
Well, there's no internet. Nobody.
If you're not
there's
giving your last name,
no major news
like-
thing went out saying who you were and where you were arrested from. Nobody knows who you are.
And you'll have been fist
At least not.
thumper.
At least outside of Red Cove. In
Red Cove, you probably
the
would wanna
humans
hide your
are gonna
identity.
recognize you. Maybe. No, they've heard of you. Maybe.
They might not recognize
But they
you.
probably don't even remember your names. It's been months.
Rolls is definitely a proponent of each of us having at least one false identity in case of the event that we need to sort of do something and then do something else with no trace left behind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, if you want to pick code names, Otto can give you code names.
Or you can give
as
each
in-
other code names.
Well, you
or
give
whatever.
me the code name that you want Otto to
Right.
give you.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I like that.
Basically.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna shave
would
my
opt for
head
the-
to a mohawk.
Start wearing a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You want to
Fools.
be a jewelry man. That's yes. Perfect.
Right.
Jewelry man.
I would definitely opt for a code name because in the event that we make enemies with a certain group, our names may carry in that group. Say Sky Pirates, the names get around them.
That's fair.
And then further, Sky Pirates would be like, heard that one before.
I am also pro code name because code names are cool.
All right. Cool.
I mean, my previous one was Strogan Stonebrow. I guess I can't use that one anymore.
I wouldn't recommend it.
You did great, though. You're a legend at the docks.
That's why you're not in the book.
I'm definitely picturing you with the Book of Grudges, like ready to write it. And then, never mind.
You did good.
So yeah, if that's something you guys want to think about
Reserve the page.
over the week, we can do
Was that a
that.
grudge fight?
Otto also has access to like extensive disguise kit kinds of content, so that you could disguise people before going out if you wanted to. Reels, I know your proficiency in those
Yes,
kinds
yes,
of
Rolls does have a proficiency with
Face.
disguise kits.
Yeah,
Your face man.
yeah.
Yep.
You're Murdoch. I'm VA. That makes you Hannibal.
Yeah, that works.
Rolls with
That all
Rolls
works.
with her recently newly shorn head takes the time to make sure that she has multiple wigs ready, because you never know.
So,
So you have a vague idea of what, like, you're doing. Are you? Do you
I would
want
like to think it
board?
would.
I think
Do you
I think
want to
there's going to be a
board it?
little bit of discussion on Discord between
Okay.
now and next episode.
Okay, we'll
because
wait and then continue
I'm
this
definitely
off.
feeling that way too. I'm like not 100% sure on plans yet.
We will pick up next week. You guys have board. Let's say you come into town. You get your tickets to go to the Sky City, and you board this little like transport zeppelin.
It's like a
you,
shuttle.
Yeah,
kind
takes
of.
you up to the Sky City, and it is
Where you'll meet the Otto's connection.
right. There'll be a gnome there to greet you and take you to where you need to be. To the next station where you'll get on potentially this luxury liner. Anyways, there's the Sky City is just wires and zeppelins and interconnects and walkways and clouds going down under you. It's pretty spectacular. Yes.
I've thought of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need something like a portable hole or something to keep all of our gear in.
Oh, to have our adventure.
There's not going to be. You're
Like a
not going
bag
to be
of
able to
Or
get
like a
holding?
magic
bag
item.
of holding, something like that.
Low magic setting.
Magic
magic
items
settings.
might not be so easy. Although there was this here.
Something to be able to conceal
That's
our gear.
because he was asking for it, but then he realized he doesn't have enough money to
Oh.
deal with it.
Oh,
Or
okay.
yeah, so that was we're talking about his armor. Yeah.
Yep. Don't even worry about that.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the Discord. Full plate is hell.
You did get miniaturized balloon packs to go with you, so that you can actually it hides underneath your clothes.
It's like a
and you
little
can
belt pouch.
pull something on your belts, and it shoots these quickly compressed balloons out. They do not let you hover, but they will slow your fall, kind of like feather fall.
Okay.
I also picked up Featherfall.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
Me too.
Oh,
good.
nice.
Good job.
We're not gonna fall to our deaths today. Probably.
There's at least a 50% reduced chance.
So you can also take those off and put them on the other people if you need to worry about them without you being around, which is awesome.
Mhm.
Anyway,
That's true. You don't have to wear them. You can put
so
them on.
unfortunately, no portable holes,
Nope.
no bags of holding. You may find one at some point on your journey here, but currently,
But
nobody
as of
has-
right,
you
well,
can't
it's
go to
not
the
just
store
the
and
sort
pick it
of
up.
thing that we can just run out to the store.
Yeah.
and get.
Well, in terms of how do people walk around armed, they kind of did in Red Code.
Yeah.
Here. So I have my axe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys with the rapiers are fine. You with the big armor, I don't know. Maybe we get you like a big cloak or something.
Especially if you put on the little gnomish pins, nobody's even gonna ask
They
you
won't
why you have
question you.
what you have.
Mhm.
I mean, it's scale mail. It's a medium armor, but
Yeah, I've still got my like armored suit essentially.
That's true.
Um,
You're more heavily armored, I think. You don't
have the
that.
pirates
Yeah,
ever
that's
done a
it.
ransom?
No.
Never done ransoms.
No.
So we can't get ourselves taken.
Mm.
Necessarily.
Otto does say that the reason like that he's tried to get you connections with this cruise ship is because it seems like they do target things that are more wealthy,
Fancier looking.
fancier looking kind
And
of
so-
things. And this is the next one due to fly within when you're gonna be there.
When they board, do they use typical entrance exits, or do they make their own?
You can check on that when you board the ship.
Okay.
There's not a lot of details, unfortunately. So the real problem here is that the Gnomish government is actively suppressing this story and trying to keep it
Nobody
quiet.
can know that it's unsafe to fly the skies currently.
And
That
it
was-
is. It is. It is.
It's on a need to know basis.
Oh my
Need to
God.
gnome thanks.
No.
God.
So, do you want to call it here tonight?
I
Think
had a
about-
question.
Yes.
Let's
Of course.
Artificers of the armorer variety, they can have their armor basically do the fold down into their belt kind of thing, like Tony Stark.
Sure.
In the week coming up between Drogon and Otto, could they come up with something for these two guys so that they don't
Oh, like collapsible armor.
Iron Man
Technically,
can't give his armor out to just everybody.
yeah.
Then he wouldn't be Iron Man.
Technically,
He actually does though.
So-
Pepper has there's like a zillion suits in Iron Man 3.
Makes me a very
Fine,
stupid
War
joke.
Machine is way cooler.
You can't just give the Sorcerer Supreme an Iron Man suit. So
Drogon, I think you get to do 2 items are infused currently. You have 2 infusions.
Yes, it's
At
the
some
because you are
point-
using magic
yeah.
to
it
do
is the
that.
returning axe and the
Yeah.
homunculus currently.
He
I
can
could swap
do that.
one.
But
He has
he
the
does it
ability,
via magic.
but it is one of his character class abilities. He can't just do it willy nilly. He can only have 2 at any given time.
Yeah.
I can infuse an item to be collapsible.
You can infuse
There's
it to be
something
the
somewhere
magic
that
armor.
does that, right?
That's what
I believe.
John does with.
Wait, he's an armorer though. I'm an artillerist.
I know. That's why I said
I
between
see.
you and Otto, if you can't come up with something.
Otto is not.
Otto almost never uses
Necessarily.
magic.
Yeah.
He does. You are actually aware that he is an artificer and possibly a wizard.
Mundane super science.
And he seems
What's
to
the
know
other?
stuff. And when you talk to him about it, he's very knowledgeable about magic.
But he doesn't seem to
He
use
does
it or
not
cast
actively
it.
cast it, but he can. But he doesn't.
Collapsing armor. Yeah, if that's something that's specialized for a specific type of artificer,
Yeah, that's definitely.
I don't
Okay,
think it's
I
something that we could do right in this moment. The infusion is for like a bonus to the armor,
Yeah,
or
plus 1
strength,
AC.
yeah, that kind of thing.
Anything else? Any other questions
This
or?
level.
Not at the moment. I'm just kind of like trying to figure out how to go about this with my skill set. Unfortunately.
No, that's completely fair. Honestly,
Again, also if you want to respec.
Oh no, like I'm enjoying
do that.
Bartholomew is just kind of like I'm dealing with stuff that is way over my head.
Yeah, but so you.
go
but-
ahead. No, you first.
Oh, I was just saying, like, the king was really impressed. You guys saved a princess from a horrible creature that cursed her. Nobody can do the stuff that you did there.
You rescued a scientist from a giant tentacle.
He believed, yeah.
You did all kinds of
And
you-
has research back to him.
You
Yeah.
went into the sewers and warned the guy about the fishman. Basically, Quinn just told of all of the things that you did, and the king is like, these people I need working for me.
They did that on vacation. What the hell?
Exactly. Within the span of a week, you've solved multiple problems in Red Cove. And so he's just like, we have other magic people. They don't do this shit. Why don't I have people that do this kind of stuff? So
That's
now
it.
you
We're
are-
hiring these people.
You are special forces now. When something goes wrong and nobody understands how or why it goes wrong, you are the ones called there.
That sounds badass.
It does sound pretty badass, right?
Cool.
In a sense, Lord Quinn.
We're all pretty short. Maybe we should be the lower AKs. Lower case 18.
Wow. That's beautiful. But like in a sense, Lord Quinn actually kind of bargained your freedom. Like he got your freedom through this agreement. Like the king has basically pardoned you unofficially. You know, like he is all of that has happened has been with the king's blessing.
If you get put in jail again, you're getting out.
Yeah, basically. Well, as soon as is possible.
As soon
As
as
you
there's
saw, it
another,
was 8 months.
When the
you
right
know.
strings can be pulled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When it's workable, it'll happen.
Yeah.
You're not like suddenly untouchable. But just for like our planning purposes and stuff, what are you thinking as far as like, do you want to get on this cruise liner and like, you would, because of Otto's preparations, whichever airship you got onto, you would have the ability to pass as crew or passenger. You could go about it a variety of different ways.
Yeah. Tell us what you want to do.
If you have any ideas right now,
Well,
you're welcome to them. If there's something else you want to do, like that's not on the airship.
did I hear that there was like a connection to Otto and the city?
Well, yeah, Otto has a whole like he's doing this work for the king too, in a sense. Like
But
he's like a liaison
also,
of sorts.
Quinn has people everywhere.
Lord Quinn does
He
have
has
people.
spies in every country, including the Cloud City.
So are we? Yeah, like talking to them would probably be useful.
Yeah, they're gonna. There's a guy's gonna come out and meet you. I haven't
Yeah,
given
you
him a name
definitely
yet,
have
but
a
he's
chance
definitely gonna
to talk to him.
be there, and he can take you wherever you need to be up there.
Yeah.
You two go in as a married couple. You are their advisor or vizier or something like that, and I'll be their guard.
It's a cover story. Don't get too handsy.
Or you could be the guard.
Little bard.
I mean, listen, like, I have not been, like, a degenerate most of the trip. Okay?
Is there a small portion of Bartholomew that now is like, wait, is this me? Like, are you trying to process though? Like, because you did.
No,
you know...
that's why I deleted my memories on the back of the caboose.
Well, that was unusual.
And it's gone.
Actually, maybe it would be better if you and I were the married couple, and you two could be our armed and armored escorts.
I would explain why you're walking around.
Your
Yeah.
armor.
I mean, yeah, like, whatever gets us the information. I am not.
Rose will just cover up her chain shirt with extra big clothes or something.
Also,
you know,
if you want, you can wear the gnomish pins, and nobody will question you. Not once.
For just fucking cool ass shit, why don't you just have a chainmail dress?
Oh, that does sound badass.
Yeah.
It's the
That-
kind of extra that steampunk
That's
would
like
allow.
Lady
Until it
Gaga
rides.
sort of stuff. I
That's
don't
a
know,
fashion
like-
statement. You like it? It's
Yeah,
got pockets.
That's awesome.
It's really meshed in with my dress.
We're really running low on darts over here.
I am. I had to look around.
All right, I'm calling it, Ben. It's 10 o'clock.
All right, yeah.
We're all done. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back tomorrow with the odd lot. Perhaps. I hope.
Yeah.
Probably.
Should be. And then Skin Fox
Haven't
Hunters
heard-
on
no, so-
Yeah, I think so. I gotta actually, do stuff for it.
Oh.
That often happens
Yeah, been
a
there
day
before.
or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks for watching.
Internet.
We'll be back.
See you
Bye.
Monday, Wednesday.
As soon as I find the button to turn it off.
The days we normally do it, we're doing it.
There's D&D tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there is.